Mac Jones had a really good rookie year. Went to the Pro Bowl, went to the playoffs. Looked like, I mean, for a rookie, he was really good. He
Yeah.
looked like a vet. And the Patriots won with him. Do you think part of Kyle Shanahan or some of the people in the Niners are looking at Mac and being like, we should have just taken Mac. He's a sure thing. What do you think? There's some regret
I
there.
think the last thing you said about like the sure thing, and you never quite
Yeah.
know if a guy is
Yeah.
going to be a sure thing, but I think, when it comes to being pro ready, he was that guy, right? I remember a few years ago, we talked about the Josh Allen class with Lamar Jackson, all those guys. Do you remember who the pro ready quarterback was in that class?
Oh my God. Was it Darnold?
No.
Was it
Josh Rosen, right?
Josh
Josh
Rosen?
Rosen was, I know from your alma mater.
Quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Rosen was the guy where it's like that's the sure thing, high floor, low ceiling, all that. And I mean, he's been shipped around. I don't even know where he's at now.
By
Maybe
far
still
the,
Atlanta. I don't know. It's ugly.
I don't think he's in the
But
league anymore.
right. So, you never quite know. But okay, let's say Mac Jones is or has shown the ability to be what people expected him to be, which was, hey man, he could be this efficient quarterback. He processes fast. Maybe he doesn't have like the biggest arm, not the most athletic. I think he's a little bit more athletic than people give him credit for. But I didn't see anything from Mac Jones that was like, man, like this is the guy. Like he's going to take you above and beyond. And that's what the 49ers need, right? We've seen Jimmy Garoppolo in these situations, and I'm not saying Mac can't be better than Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm just saying, in the sense of what's needed to win with that style of quarterback. I just need you to make a play, right? Like it's the key moment. Everything's not going to be perfect for you. Can you figure out a way to make a play? And Jimmy Garoppolo just could not. And he's kind of been handed this situation of being on the biggest stage, right? You had to throw the ball 8 times, and all of a sudden you're in the Super Bowl. And then we're in the Super Bowl. Then, we just need you to make a couple throws. Couldn't do it, right? Same last year. Man, we got a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter of the championship game where you kind of tried to blow it against the damn Green Bay Packers.
And the Green Bay Packers.
Well, both, right? And, but now we just need you. Can you just make a play for it? Couldn't do it. Right? I think it was, everybody talks about the Tart drop interception, but the offense had like 6 yards on their last 3 possessions or something crazy like that. Right? Not good. So can you have a guy that makes the plays? Well, when I watch Mac Jones, and there are a lot of things that I feel like he does well. He gets the ball out of his hands quick. He threw to the running backs a ton. That's awesome. Not a lot of negative plays, but he was more so of what kind of expected. He was a guy who, again, rookie, so you have to take this in context and whatnot, but they lost 4 of their last 5 games, including the playoff game where he stood no chance being on the field with Josh Allen. And maybe some people would say, well, their defense didn't play either. And it's like, well, their offense didn't either. And he's part of that. You could say maybe, hey, the weapons they have, the 2 tight ends with Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry and, Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar, maybe it's not enough. Maybe, right? Yeah. But they haven't done anything to improve on that. Maybe draft Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. We'll see how he adapts. But they lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their only win was against Jacksonville, and he threw 7 interceptions in that time. So and he didn't throw a pick against Jacksonville. So in the other 4 games, he threw 7 picks. If it were any other guy, or let's flip-flop that. Let's say that's Trey Lance. And the Patriots lost 4 of their last 5 games, threw 7 interceptions in 4 of those. The only win was against Jacksonville. What would they be saying? What would the narrative be, right? So because Mac Jones somehow made the Pro Bowl, it's, oh man, great. And that was the can't miss guy. Yeah. But it was not as great as I believe people think. And I think he's more of what I thought he would be. Can he be better than that? And I think he can. We'll see. I don't think anybody's just, this is 100% what he's going to be throughout his career. But if what people thought pre-draft, like he is more of Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins, and we'll see if he can be more than that.
To me, he's like the most average quarterback in the league. He is the 16th best quarterback in the league. And I don't know that you good?
Sorry, my daughter was asking the question. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. I just felt like he's the most average quarterback in the league, and I don't think he's going to get much better than where he's at. I'd rank him like 15th or 16th. And for example, everyone's really excited about Mac Jones for whatever reason. What's the difference really between him and Tua? They went to the same school. Neither one has a super big arm. What is the difference really between them? I think there's a big difference.
I think that the biggest difference between Tua and Mac is the expectations were much higher for Tua coming out. It was tank for Tua. Whereas Mac, it was like, yeah, like, you know, obviously this is a guy that plays the quarterback position at a high level.
Right.
But I don't know, like, especially if you watch him in the NFL. Now, again, we've seen a couple years of Tua as opposed to 1 year for Mac. And Mac's year was solid. Tua, it's been very Mac Jones-ish, you know? And if, let's say this, all right, because we remember Tua's rookie year, there were times where in certain situations he would get yanked for Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
If the Patriots would have kept Cam Newton or had a comparable backup, let's say Jimmy Garoppolo was there, when the Patriots were 2-4 with Mac Jones to start the season, would they have went to a different quarterback?
Probably, maybe. I got a hot take. Tua's going to have a better year this year than Mac Jones. Tua's got a better supporting cast. They have very similar skill set, except Tua's probably a little quicker on his feet. Tua's going to have a better year. That's what I'm saying.
He has terrific weapons as well, so that, you know, that'll help. But yeah, I wouldn't. If I had to bet money, I would say Tua would have the better year. Yes.
All right. Last Trey Lance comparison question. Do you
real quick? I just want to say,
sure.
Anything I was saying, because there are people that really defend Mac Jones, and I can see the comments in it.
Sure.
Mac Jones is solid. This is not a knock. It's just in the sense of it's not.
Will he ever be a top 10 quarterback in his life? I don't know about that.
When you look at the list of top 10 quarterbacks, he'd have to be Tom Brady to be a top 10 quarterback, and I don't know if he'll ever be that.
The fact that he was a Pro Bowler last year kind of boggles my mind. Like, that means the NFL saying he already is. Like, no, he's not. What are we talking about?
Well, I think that's the NFL saying a lot of quarterbacks were like, I'm not playing in that game.
Fair.